Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Gil Podcast. This podcast is about me, Gil, and the things that I'm currently interested in. Thought I should probably remind people what this podcast is about, because the last few episodes I kind of just started ranting on. I kind of want to bring people back to what this podcast is essentially about. So there you have it. Hope y'all having a great day. And let's get straight into this episode. I kind of want to talk about something a consultation client brought up to me. And it was the idea of what's better, Mac or PC, when it comes to creating content. My answer might shock you. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. So I was sitting in my office looking at my computer screen. This client had booked a consultation kind of late in the afternoon, and they text me kind of pressing me, hey, I need answers today. I was like, well, let's figure out what you want to do. We got to sit down for the hour and try to map out essentially what is your overall goal. When I sit down to do a consultation, sometimes people assume that they know what they want to do in regards to creating content. Most of the time they do. I've probably done over maybe 80 to 90, I wouldn't say 100, close to 100 consultations. And out of that amount, I've roughly had only 3 individuals who I would deem like king or queen content creators. They just wanted my opinion when it comes to a particular topic or particular tool or equipment or software, or some recommendations or help with their workflow. But this particular consultation was of the variety of someone who didn't know what they wanted and they needed help. My issue with this particular type of client is that I'm their last resort. I shouldn't be your last resort. I shouldn't be the one you're calling at the checkout. And that's what basically happened. This person had a few items in their cart, ready to purchase online, ready to click that button. And then they saw some ad or some Instagram story of me saying,
hey guys, I'll teach you how to be a great content creator. Book your consultation now.
And I guess they booked it. So I'm sitting there looking at my computer screen, and this person is extremely frantic and just kind of rushing me to the point. Hey, they said, I hear that a Mac is great, but I also hear that PCs are great. Which one do you think I should have when it comes to creating content? I replied to them thinking, well, what do you currently have? If you have an operating system that works for you and you have a workflow that works for you within that operating system, it would make sense to just stick to what you're currently used to. Especially if you already have clients knocking on your door, it wouldn't make any sense for you to get a new operating system, learn the kinks, download the softwares, try to see if the software that you're currently using for your current operating system matched the new operating system. And this person basically told me, well, I don't have a computer at all. They're just running their content creator venture from their smartphone, which was fantastic. They were using a iPhone Pro. I forget which variant it was. I think it was the X Pro 11. I don't know, something. And they were getting amazing results. I thought it's pretty cool that someone can create content on the go on their mobile device. The thing is, they wanted to start podcasting. So they went ahead and got a Rodecaster Pro. They went ahead and got the Rode Pod mics, the blue Compass arms, which was fantastic. These tools will essentially help you create an amazing podcast if used correctly. So this person just was saying, what do I get? Do I get this? Do I get that? I was like, well, I just first need to know, what are you trying to do? What do you want to do? Oh, I want a podcast. I want to make a YouTube channel. I want to do this. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, you need to learn some of the basics first. You can accomplish all of that, but sometimes you just have to start with the basics. And long story short, I kind of made a kit list. Kit.co is an amazing website. You can essentially create like a wish list item or a list of equipment and tools that the person can find on Amazon or B&H. So like we did the consultation. I said, buy this, buy that, buy that. So they had an iPhone and I told them they should definitely get a Mac Mini for their office space that they have, which is great. They have a office space outside of their home. A Mac Mini is great. You get a nice monitor. You'll be good to go. That's like the cheapest, fastest, best tool to use if you want to create content. The Mac Mini is amazing. It's proven. And the price is amazing. I also suggested a MacBook Pro, one of the M1 chip MacBooks Pros, like the base model, which is phenomenal for the price. Those were it. And I also suggested an iPad Pro. An iPad Pro is an amazing tool. I have an iPad Pro. And they were given this kit list. And I was able to see like, oh, this person bought, Amazon will tell me, hey, this person bought XYZ. But I didn't see, they bought a few things from the list, but I didn't see like a bigger purchase like the Mac or the iPad. I was like, that's interesting. They didn't buy the Mac yet. So I'm, perusing through their social media as the weeks go by, and I see like a weird gaming PC like on their desk. And eventually, like they came back to me a couple of days later. Hey, I need like a list of softwares for my new computer. I was like, oh, great. Like, so, I mean, I wanted to like be I should have asked a question, but I already knew the answer. So I just kind of sent them only, just me being petty, I sent them only Apple software. And they're like, hey, I don't think these apps work for my computer. Oh, well, what computer did you get? Oh, well, my friend told me that Apple isn't the best for this and that. So they made me get a gaming PC. And it was like even like a name brand gaming PC. It was like some offshoot brand. It was just like, why? Well, how do I like airdrop the things to my computer? I remember you telling me like I can like transfer photos or audios from my phone to my computer. I was like, well, you can't do that now. AirDrop is only available to Apple devices. That Apple ecosystem is very powerful. And now you're essentially outside of it. You can't AirDrop to a Windows PC. Oh, yeah, I saw a YouTube video where they said you could like kind of like do it through like the Wi-Fi. I gotta have like a server. Like, can you help me set that up? No. All right. Well, can you find like the best video editing app on here? iMovie was free on the Mac, and you can start an iMovie project on your phone and then continue that project on your Mac. I told you that. Well, they told me that the gaming PC is actually more powerful. Does your friend create content? But my friend, he knows a lot about computers. And I was like, I'll tell you what, if you have the time to return that laptop, do it. Or you're just going to keep wasting time watching YouTube videos on how to do AirDrop versus actually do AirDrop with a Mac. You're going to spend a lot of time trying to find the best app without ads for editing video. And I kind of like keep it short like that. When I first started doing consultations, I would like, all right, I'm going to help you out. I was like, I already gave you the knowledge. I already gave you the game. It was up to you to apply those experiences and the knowledge that I've acquired over the years. But you're going to let somebody give you the runaround and make a giant financial mistake. So fast forward a couple months later, they're still using this computer, and it's going to get a little graphic here. I apologize. They book a consultation. They wanted help. and their computer was run down with Trojan horses, adware, and just a massive amount of pornography. Just keeps displaying on their computer. Now, I have a few solutions for this that I apply to like Windows PCs, but sometimes it's just easier to just save all the data like on an external SSD and just reformat the computer, just do over with and start over. So I asked this individual, hey man, are you watching porn on here? They're like, yeah. And I kind of just didn't laugh. They're like, oh, why? What's going on? I said, well, answer this question for me. If you had a Ferrari, would you put like 87 gas in there? No, well, no, I think it takes like premium or something special. It's like, yeah, I mean, why would you have something you want to use as a tool and you just feed it and give it garbage? The tool can only be good depending on how you use it. I thought this was going to be a business venture. I thought this was going to be a device that you utilize to build a future for you, and you're using it to watch porn. Now you're sitting with me, paying me $200 to essentially help you mitigate this, when this could all been avoided if you just got a Mac in the first place, for one, and secondly, just took the tools that you have seriously. This is probably like the weirdest podcast, but I just get really frustrated sometimes, and I love doing consultations, but I get really frustrated when people come to me and they're at the end. I'm their last resort. That's why before I even start the consultation, I've just been kind of like weeding them out. Where are you at? Where are you? What exactly do you need? That way I can kind of fish out the consultations that I want to do. Because if you're like waiting on me to tell you what to buy and you're at the register and then you're going to let your cousin like deter you, nah, I don't need that. You can stay over there. All right, that was enough of the rant. I'm definitely going to be podcasting a little bit more. I hope y'all enjoyed that little rant there. Y'all could tell, if y'all couldn't tell, I was actually upset. I'm just actually annoyed just at the fact that some people who have the ability to create content, to do things, to acquire amazing tools, and they just play with it. They mess with the opportunities. They don't respect the tools. They don't respect the craft. Meanwhile, you have a lot of people out there who want a Rodecaster Pro, who want whatever computer that they bought. They want that to create content. They want that to go to school to learn. They want that to work. And you're just messing with it, watching porn, playing video games, not taking it seriously. Of course, it's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. But when I invest in something, I invest my time, my knowledge, and my experience, time and money and energy that could have been inserted into something else. I don't take it lightly. Yes, content creating is fun. I do it because I have a passion for it. But sometimes it pays to know these things. And sometimes you have to pay to know them. Sometimes you have to take courses. Sometimes you have to just sit there and watch a 4-hour YouTube video or listen to a 2-hour podcast about podcasting, about lighting, about dealing with clients, about dealing with invoices. That way I can regurgitate these knowledge and experiences to make money, to put food on my table, to pay my mortgage, to pay my car note, to help my mom. So that's it. All right, that's enough of my ranting. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. It means so much. I love when y'all text me like, yo, I love the podcast. It sounds great. Today I had like 2 or 3 messages from people telling me they love the podcast. They're like, I have no idea what you're saying about cameras, but I just love your voice. I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. It means so much to me. But thanks again for listening. See y'all in the next episode. Peace.